Mayor, talk me through what you're seeing now in terms of the increasing cases and the availability of things like testing and hospital beds, the basics of fighting this virus here in El Paso.
Well, on June the 20th, we had a little over 1,000 positive cases. And as of this morning, we've got 2,821. So we more than doubled in a little over 2 weeks. But from a hospital capacity standpoint, we're doing fine. And the testing seems to be doing fine. Remember, we didn't open on the 22nd of May when the governor allowed us to. In my conversation with the governor, I said, I don't think we're ready. We delayed it a week. We delayed it until the 29th. But the testing capacity seems to be fine. He sent in the National Guard to help us. We were testing the other day. I think we set a record at 2,600 for the day. We've tested over 8% of our population, and thus far we think we're on target for that, and we're not seeing any problems related to the basics from PPE to capacity, either in ICUs or ventilators or anything like that.
One of the challenges that's fairly unique to El Paso is you have a two-country community here. I mean, you're dealing not just with the city of El Paso, but 2 million people across the border in Juarez. How does that play into this? I mean, obviously, Mexico's testing is not up to snuff necessarily. They don't have the same hospital capacity we do. How does that challenge play into responding to the virus here?
Well, we're concerned. I'm personally concerned that we need to keep the bridges closed to non-essential. Right now in Mexico, unless they, changed it, they're only testing for symptomatic. If you're symptomatic, which we don't do here.
Right.
But if there is a surge there, that's a real concern for us.
And we wouldn't know that was the case necessarily.
They're telling us where they are, but I'm not real certain about that. And they've got to do more testing. And the federal government controls their testing. The maquilas are doing it on a privately.
So my other job is as a congressional reporter. There's not been another relief bill yet. If you could wave a magic wand, what could the federal government give you today that would make a difference and save lives over the next couple of weeks?
Well, from the standpoint of the CARES Act funding, all we needed was a little more flexibility in how we could spend it. We received it directly as a population greater than 500,000 from Fed. That was the biggest issue. There needs to be some consideration for cities right now. We're the U.S. Conference of Mayors and a number of us are requesting more support from the federal government. I know there's some concerns there related to covering budget shortfalls that were because of failure to properly maintain your fiscal thing. But in our case, no, that's not the case.
Right.
We have a significant budget shortfall that we're having to cover this year.
Last question I think we're going to have time for. The schools are supposed to open here in less than a month, right? August 3rd, I think, is the first day of schools. Are people going to be ready? Is there going to be anything like a normal school year in El Paso for parents and for students?
Actually, we're talking to the superintendents about postponing opening until the day after Labor Day.
Little news there.
September 8th. And there's a meeting today with the superintendents and our health authorities to discuss that. But I think a delay would probably behoove the children and the parents.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.